You guys, launching a startup, it's a roller coaster, it's the ultimate hustle, the biggest gamble, but man, the payoff? There's nothing like it. But let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. You need a game plan, a blueprint for success. You need to be scrappy, you need to be hungry, and you need to be ready to put in the work. That's why I'm breaking down the top 10 business strategies that every single startup needs to have on lock. These aren't just some fluffy ideas, these are battle-tested, proven tactics that I've seen work time and time again. We're talking about everything from finding your niche and building a killer product to mastering your marketing and scaling like crazy. This is the real deal, the no BS guide to startup success. So buckle up because we're about to dive deep. Look, there's 1,000,001 businesses out there all vying for attention. What makes yours stand out? What's the one thing you do better than anyone else? That's your value proposition. It's not enough to just have a good product or service. You need to be different. You need to solve a problem that nobody else is solving, or solve it in a way that's 10 times better. Think about Airbnb. They didn't just create another hotel booking site. They tapped into this whole desire for authentic travel experiences, connecting people with local hosts. That's a value proposition that resonates, and that's why they blew up. You need to be able to articulate your value proposition in a sentence, in a heartbeat. Because when someone asks you, what do? You better believe they're going to remember that one sentence. Don't underestimate this. Your value proposition is your North Star. It guides your entire business, from the products you develop to the marketing messages you put out there. So get crystal clear on what makes you different, what makes you valuable, and own it. Too many entrepreneurs get caught up in building the perfect product. They spend months, years even, perfecting every little detail, and by the time they launch, the market has moved on. Don't fall into that trap. Embrace the MVP, the minimum viable product. This is a bare-bones version of your product that has just enough features to attract early adopters and validate your idea. The beauty of the MVP is that it allows you to get real-world feedback fast. You put it out there, see how people react, and then iterate based on that feedback. Think about Dropbox. They didn't launch with some massive file-sharing platform. They created a simple demo video, showed people what they were working on, and boom, people loved it. That's the power of the MVP. It's about testing, learning, and iterating. It's about being agile and adapting to the market. Don't be afraid to put something out there that's not perfect. The feedback you get is invaluable. The lean startup methodology is all about eliminating waste and maximizing efficiency. It's about building only what's absolutely necessary, measuring the results, learning from the data, and then pivoting or persevering based on what you learn. This is not about throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's about being systematic in your approach. You identify your key assumptions, you design experiments to test those assumptions, and then you analyze the data to validate or invalidate your hypotheses. Zappos is a prime example. They started by simply testing if people would buy shoes online. They didn't even hold any inventory. They just put up pictures of shoes. And when someone placed an order, they went out and bought the shoes from a local store. It was scrappy, but it proved there was demand, and that allowed them to scale. The lean startup methodology is all about being data-driven. It's about making informed decisions based on real-world feedback, not on gut feeling or intuition. So embrace the build, measure, learn loop. It's the key to building a successful startup in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world. Chapter 4. Know your customer. Get in their head, understand their pain. You can have the best product in the world, but if you're not targeting the right people, it's not going to matter. You need to know your target market inside and out. You need to understand their needs, their desires, their pain points. This is where market research comes in. You need to get into the minds of your ideal customers. What are their demographics? What are their interests? What are their biggest challenges? Spotify nailed this. They understood that millennials were underserved by the traditional music industry. They were tired of paying for overpriced CDs or dealing with illegal downloads. Spotify created a product that perfectly aligned with their target market's needs and desires, and it's no surprise that they became one of the leading music streaming services in the world. Remember, you're not building a product for everyone. You're building it for a specific group of people. So get laser focused on who those people are and what they want. Chapter 5. Digital Marketing, your weapon for growth. Look, traditional marketing is dead. TV ads, billboards, print ads, they don't move the needle like they used to. In today's digital age, you need to be where your customers are, online. That means mastering digital marketing. We're talking about everything from search engine optimization or SEO and content marketing to social media marketing and paid advertising. The beauty of digital marketing is that it allows you to target your ideal customers with laser precision. You can reach them based on their interests, their demographics, their online behavior. Dollar Shave Club is a perfect example. They created a hilarious viral video that went absolutely nuts online. It perfectly captured their target audience's sense of humor and propelled them to massive success. Digital marketing is constantly evolving, so you need to stay up to date on the latest trends and technologies. But one thing remains constant. You need to be creating high-quality content that provides value to your target audience. So get out there, experiment with different digital marketing channels, and find what works best for you. Chapter 6. Build to scale. Think big, start small. Scalability is crucial for any startup that wants to achieve significant growth. You need to build a business model that can handle rapid growth without your costs skyrocketing. This means focusing on automation and technology. Look for ways to streamline your operations and reduce your reliance on manual processes. Think about Uber. They built a platform that connects riders and drivers seamlessly. It's a model that's inherently scalable, allowing them to expand into new cities and countries with relative ease. Scalability is about thinking big but starting small. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on building a solid foundation that can support rapid growth when the time is right. Chapter 7. Customer Obsession, Acquisition and Retention. Acquiring new customers is essential, but it's only half the battle. You also need to focus on keeping those customers coming back for more. Customer retention is all about building strong relationships with your customers and providing them with an exceptional experience. It's about going above and beyond to meet their needs and exceed their expectations. SaaS companies like Slack excel at this. They offer a freemium model, allowing users to experience the value of their product before committing to a paid plan. And once they have those users hooked, they focus on providing exceptional customer support and constantly adding new features to keep them engaged. Remember, it's cheaper to keep an existing customer than it is to acquire a new one. So make customer retention a top priority from day one. Chapter 8. Brand Building. It's not just a logo, it's everything. Your brand is more than just your logo or your tagline. It's the emotional connection you build with your customers. It's the feeling they get when they interact with your company. A strong brand identity can be a powerful differentiator in a crowded market. It can help you attract customers, build loyalty, and command premium prices. Think about Tesla. They've built a brand synonymous with innovation, sustainability, and luxury. They've created a cult-like following of customers who are passionate about their products and their mission. Building a strong brand takes time and effort. It's about being consistent in your messaging, your visuals, and your customer experience, but the payoff is well worth it. Chapter 9. Strategic Partnerships. Leverage other people's audiences. You don't have to do everything yourself. In fact, one of the smartest things you can do as a startup is to leverage the resources and audiences of other companies. Strategic partnerships can help you reach new customers, expand into new markets, and enhance your product or service offerings. Spotify, for example, partnered with Facebook to integrate music sharing into the social media platform. This brilliant move exposed them to millions of potential new users. When considering partnerships, look for companies that align with your brand values and target audience. And always make sure it's a win-win situation for both parties involved. Chapter 10. Data-driven decisions. Track, analyze, adapt. In the world of startups, you can't afford to fly blind. You need to be constantly tracking your progress, analyzing the data, and making adjustments along the way. Identify your key performance indicators, KPIs. These are the metrics that matter most to your business, such as customer acquisition cost, CAC, lifetime value, LTV, churn rate, and revenue growth. Instagram is a classic example of a company that wasn't afraid to pivot based on data. They started as a location-based check-in app called Bourbon, but when they analyzed user engagement, they discovered that people were far more interested in sharing photos. They had the guts to pivot, focusing solely on photo sharing, and the rest is history. They became one of the most popular social media platforms in the world. The key takeaway here is to be data-driven in your decision-making. Track your progress, analyze the results, and don't be afraid to make changes based on what you learn. Outro: execute, hustle, and never give up. There you have it, the top 10 business strategies that can help your startup not just survive, but thrive. Remember, these are just tools. It's up to you to use them effectively. The startup journey is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But if you're passionate about your vision, if you're willing to put in the hard work, and if you never give up, you'll increase your chances of success exponentially. Now get out there, execute, hustle, and make it happen. The world is waiting for your ideas.